Morning all. Today's job is to carve a cat skull. This is just the reference I'll be using, which is one from my own collection. Got this nice nugget of Baltic amber, which is very clear, it doesn't have cracks in it, so it's a nice piece to carve. I'm going to try and get the cat skull out of that. So that's today's job. First part of the task, I just get a piece of rough abrasive. I just give it a quick buzz over with that, which then enables me to start to mark out the shape I want with a pencil. So as you can see, it's relatively flat on the bottom, domed at the top. Flat start here, domed at the top, so that would be a good stone to start with. I think that's got to be the snout end. If you can see that in this light, but that's the portion of the stone I'm going to be using. Hopefully that'll yield us a nice little kitty. Ink that on, make it a little more of a permanent decision, like so. One job before I start, I'm just going to hot glue this jawbone on. There's nothing more annoying on a reference model that keeps falling apart every time you move it. Hot glue is good stuff on bone, it doesn't tend to soak in, so it holds it nice and tight, and if you want it off you can simply pull them apart afterwards and the glue peels off quite easily. The thing I always do when I'm carving, especially stones, is spend a lot of time looking, check before you make any cuts, because nothing's going back on this. Once it's off, it's off. Mistakes can't be rectified later on this scale, it's one way only unfortunately. 25 maybe 30mm skull, so nice little pendant size I hope. Next job is to remove the excess. This might not sound like the most obvious choice. I'm going to start it with the sander. It's quite a brutal way of doing it, but it gets off the bolt quickly and easily. So if we refer back to our reference model, you can see the starting position I'm aiming for. So when I carve this, we're going to carve in from both sides, but I won't go all the way through. I'll leave it solid so it's more durable. The next stage again is still quite brutal. I'm going to go in with one of these, which is a sanding drum that goes on a rotary tool. As you can see, my workspace is an absolute diabolical mess, but that's how I work best, unfortunately. I'm never really sure why, but I know where everything is when it's like this. When it's all tidied away in boxes, I spend more time tipping stuff back out of boxes to try and find the bit I'm looking for than I do doing any carving. But while it's like this, in my mind, this is all mapped out. It looks like a horrendous mess, but I can go pick the piece I need out pretty quickly like this. But I say, once it's all packed away in drawers and boxes, I can remember where I put everything, so it becomes a challenge. But I'll just show you my workspace so you can see what I'm talking about. And there's any number of projects under there in various stages of completion, or not, as the case usually is. I'll mask up for this bit because there will be dust. That's the centre line, so I know I'm on target when I start taking the sides in. That's the top profile pretty much where I need it. It's starting to look vaguely cat skull shaped, I think. So my next port of call is to mark out the lines we need to concentrate on, which is the jaw. Starts about there. If we look at the V of the jaw, It's obviously a lot narrower than the skull. It's to bring these sides in. Makes it almost like a boat shape. I've got to be careful to leave enough to get the teeth at the end. So I don't want to narrow this portion, but I do want to narrow all of this. Like so. And these little ears. So as long as we don't grind into those, we can work around them. I'm just going to add the teeth roughly. Nothing is going back on. If that comes off, it's job done then. You've got to reconfigure and make a smaller skull than you wanted to, or try and make it look right and balance it out. Neither of them are ideal situations, to be quite honest. And then, as with all skulls, really the important part after that is the eyes. They have to be right. They're quite large. That's pretty much all I need to know for now. So I can carry on roughing that out. The jawline shape next. And start working out these hollows for the eye sockets and the zygomatic arches. And that'll give us the rough shape we need. So there's the rough out, as I call it. Next job is to slowly start to pick the teeth in, work out how much to hollow and how much to leave. Once I'm happy with the overall shape, it's a careful job then of sanding and polishing. So it's a very slow, steady, careful job. So I want to get it shiny and smooth, but maintain the details. That'll be this afternoon's job. Once again, it's a case of stop and look and keep looking. Plan each step quite meticulously, because a mistake now would be the end of the game, I think. Which would be a shame, because there's a nice little stone slowly becoming cat skull shaped. I'm going to drop down to a finer tool now, using needles to pick around them teeth and find the details in there. Start to add some contours then. But there's no rush, it's a game of patience, so we will go slowly. It's getting the shape down now, we're pretty close. Got a bit more detail around the teeth and around the jawline, and then I'll go in with the micro gravers and pick the details out with tools like that. Scrape all the contours in and then polishing. So. I call this stage brushing out the tool marks on the stone. Gently, just literally scraping dust away with that, which is quite sharp. That's a rounded point on the side profile. It has a good edge around it, which isn't used for cutting, it's more for, well, for this, just for scraping. So we'll go over the entire skull now, clean up all the surfaces. Saves a lot of time in the polishing. It saves a lot of material, because I can then lightly polish it without taking off any details, but get a nice smooth clean finish. I'm going to drill it in a second through here before I go much further. There's nothing worse than completing the carving and then drill a hole in it and it goes pop. I'll get the hole through, now we're consolidated, and it's all about the finish. These little teeth in there. Time I've been rounding with the micro pick, I'll have a better definition and a bit of contour on them. And when it's polished, they should stand out quite well. So again, that's just a very sharp, flat point, slight scoop on this one. They're all made out of nails. I use Mason's nails. A good hard piece of steel, very cheap, almost disposable. Put a little bone handle or a little wooden handle, shape them to the shape I want, really. For sanding the contours, I use a piece of rubber-backed abrasive. It's the fascia off of one of these pads. I wrap it around a bamboo skewer. That allows me to squeeze into any gaps I need to get into without destroying any detail. It's not a quick task, as you can see, but that's why the price reflects the work I have to put in to make them. So that's the little kitty, all complete. I've polished it. You missed that bit, but I'm not here to show all of my secrets, but I'll share some of the process of making this one. So now I've got I'm going to weave up weave a cord for it and string it up. That'll be good to go. I'll use a little piece of bone as the toggle. Makes a nice secure, strong fixing. Carved a little lozenge. That'll be the toggle. Cut 3 lengths of string and start weaving a rope. So go one in one eye and out the other. Securely fastened. I did have all 3 pieces. Then I'll twist them into a rope. Right, so that's the start of our cord. So right, there's the cord. Carefully feed Kitty onto that. I usually go around my head to measure it. Tyler once told me I've got the biggest head he'd ever seen when I went to buy a hat, so I figure if it goes around my skull, it'll go around anyone else's. So although they undo with a fastener, sometimes it's nice if you can just pop it over your head, not have to worry about doing it up or undoing it then. So there's my loop. Toggle nut will fit through there and that will be the fastening mechanism. That's the loop and toggle done. There we go, one little amber kitty pendant.